Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Raiders are paying. I just looked it up. 50 mil in dead cap. So if we can clean that up, everybody's talking about who the next coach of the Raiders is going to be. Some people want Gruden, some people don't. I'm on the boat of like if we can get a legitimate offensive coordinator who can play calls and or who can call plays. And Gruden can just sit there and just talk to the media and be John Gruden. I'd be all in. But what I don't want is Harbaugh. He was old and washed up, kind of same boat as Gruden. 10 years ago, I'd be all over it. Now, not anymore. Um, but we interviewed Broncos quarterback coach. Like we're making the worst interviews ever. We're going to all these like just like terrible like no name guys. And like, oh, you want an interview? Yeah, sure. Come on over. You can have the keys. Like, no, dude. Like, go everybody's interviewing Stefanski, and there's been like no rumors. They've seen him on planes out to New York to go interview for the job. They've seen him everywhere but Vegas. It's like whatever. But but no, I will wrap things up. I think if we can get Mendoza guards, like I don't need the best guards. I don't need the best guards in the NFL. I need passable guards to block for Genti. And if we can get a legitimate, I wouldn't even say legitimate. If I can get a mediocre wide receiver one, I'd be happy. And I don't think next year's a 10-win season. If we can go 500 or just somewhere in that ballpark, I'd be happy. And just kind of be decent, and not be a bottom feeder in the NFL. I'd be totally happy. So I'll kind of
Yeah,
wrap it up on that.
I will say as a Bears fan, like that middle of the offensive line is so important. Like obviously the Bears is an extreme example because we got some really good guys there this offseason. Like Tooney is like way more than a passable guard. He's
Yeah,
probably the best guard in the NFL right now.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
see, yeah, that would probably be if I were a Raider fan, that would be what I would want to get fixed first.
yeah. And that's just offense. If you take Max Crosby off the defensive line, that's the worst defensive line in the NFL. Tyree Wilson, bust. Adam Butler, why are you even out there? I can't think of his first name. The Samoan guy, like Lulu or whatever his name is, terrible. Like we have the worst defensive tackles in the NFL. We draft Tyree Wilson as an edge rusher. Meh. Like I wouldn't even say meh. He's just below average. Um, Kuntz is out after this year. After he tore his ACL, he hasn't even been close to what he used to be. D line needs a total rework. Our safeties actually aren't bad. Like if we can go sign like a legitimate center fielder free safety, and let Chin kind of play in the box a little bit and let Isaiah Palamau play strong safety, I don't hate our defense. Maybe go draft a couple late round DBs. Like we'll be perfectly fine. But anyway,
But yeah, last question quick for you here. What happens? What do you think happens with Crosby this offseason?
um, it, we're at a fork in the road with Max Crosby. I I've been on Twitter like an unhealthy amount, and I've been seeing, oh, he's gonna go to the Bears. He's gonna go here. When you go down the rabbit hole of Max Crosby landing spots, it's what he said. If he is not a Raider, he'll be in Detroit because that's where his boys are at. That's where his family's at. Which, by the way, Aiden Hutchinson, Max Crosby, that'd be nasty
That'd be
going off
crazy.
the edge. But no, I don't think he leaves Vegas. And I'm gonna be blunt. I think we're gonna see a massive recession in his game this year. Um, a lot of they had him out with a meniscus tear, and he went in. He just got done with surgery about a week or so ago for cleanup, and there's a lot of kind of mumbling around the Raiders of like that was there more than cleanup should have been done. And I think at Max's age and at his just kind of where he's at in his career, especially after an injury like that, Max's claim to fame has always been, "Oh, I'm play 100% of the snaps." I don't think he's going to come back. I don't think he's going to play 100% of the snaps. And when you look at his counting stats, he had like 13 sacks this year. For a guy who's playing as many snaps as he has, like you look at the counting stats and you don't watch the game and just read the box score, it's like, why is he getting paid 35 million a year? So I'm kind of curious to see what his stats are going to look like. Excuse me, what his stats are going to look like after his surgery, and I'm going to assume that his snap count will definitely take a hit. And I think that that'll definitely change his value around the league as far as grades or whatever that looks like. Because I think he's still got 3 years left on the contract. So you don't want a mid tier edge rusher for 35 million a year hogging up that cap room. So I think if if Spytek and Brady want to move him, right now is the time to do it and maximize his value. If we don't do it now, we're setting ourselves up for failure in the very near future. I still think Max will be very, very good, but with how analytical and how nerdy, for lack of a better phrase, the game has gotten, people look at stats and they don't look at the game record that Max Crosby really is. So if he needs to get moved, he needs to be moved like now. Um, but at the same time, the guy has the Raiders logo tatted on him. I don't think he is going anywhere, but if he does it needs to be soon. So that's just my input on that side of it.
It was a meniscus.
That's what they were saying. But at the same time, the guy played through it all year and he
Yeah.
got shut down at the end of the year so we could tank. But that's what reports said. And then he was on IG the other day with his knee all like bundled up, and they said it was a meniscus tear. And anything lower body for an explosive athlete like Max is kind of like, I don't know. It's just like Kittle tearing his Achilles. Like he's Kittle's 32, and I don't know if he can come back off an Achilles tear. Like
Yeah, I
that's
mean
what ended. That's
Achilles is brutal, but like meniscus, I feel like is like that is not that's better than like a ligament or something like that.
well,
Way
yeah. I
shorter
mean,
recovery time. But I see what you're saying with like lower
yeah.
body and he's aging. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You know a lot more than I do. I'm just the simple man, just kind of thinking out loud.
Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
All right, let's move to CFP here. Indiana, Miami. Layman, you give your thoughts first, and then we'll bump it over to Cooper.
Yeah, no, I hate to say it, but Indiana's legit. I
Yeah.
don't I don't really think it's gonna be close.
Layman, you pissed a lot of people off with your Indiana overrated take.
Hey,
Do you,
that's
do you have it? Do you have anything to say?
no, I stand by my claim.
he was just hunting for clicks, man. He's like, the views have been down lately. I'm gonna go
Yo,
put
yo,
out the
yo,
most
yo, yo, yo,
outlandish
yo.
take that like nobody's gonna believe. And then, when it backfires in my face, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm just hunting for clicks. Like, in reality, you look like an idiot saying an overrated team playing the national championship is overrated. But like,
Hey.
come on, Lehman. If you're hunting for clicks, you can just say that. I see you turning red right now and you're smiling. So I know I'm right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna drop the group chats minutes after that was said.
No, we're no, we're gonna keep those.
We're gonna get so many clips.
Yep, those are disclosed for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you're finally on the Indiana train. Yeah, personally, I think Indiana wins this game by like 2 or 3 scores. Keach, what are your thoughts here?
I don't watch a lot of college football, so kind of take what I say with a grain of salt. But like when I have watched Indiana play, they're just so good. Like I don't know, I don't have a lot of analytics and words to like back it up, but like I can watch them play and be like, that is the real deal. I'm not the biggest Kurt Signetti fan you will find. I love that guy. That is a dedicated football guy who is probably on his couch right now watching Miami film. Um, but I just think they are a team that overperformed and are hungry. And that is the worst team that you want to face up with. Right. I think like Miami's more like the glitz, the glamour, the flash, where like Indiana's like nose to the grindstone. We overperformed. We are coming for the national championship and we will not be denied. So I take Indiana in a pretty convincing win. And I don't think Carson Beck is like very good at football either. I'll kind of put that out there.
That's
He
a
seems
terrible
good.
take. I'll say that. He's the reason they're here, honestly.
Yeah,
I'll push
well,
back a little bit, but I understand a lot of people will say that, but I think that, and he's not the main reason. Like Miami's pass rush is elite, and they have a great run game with Fletcher. But yeah, I Carson Beck deserves a lot of credit for them being where they're at right now for sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole with you there because
Yeah.
you'll win. But it's like I don't know. Man, he's another one of those guys who's just like man, like
No, he's not
nothing.
going to be anything in the NFL or anything like that, but
Well,
he's done.
and I'm not saying that, but I
Yeah.
just I kind of have like I'll have the games when I was like background noise, and it's just like nothing is sitting like I'm the real deal. Like nothing about Miami games just scream watch me. Like I am entertainment. Like I am the real deal. We're like I was watching Bama Indiana. Those guys are just fired up. Cuts over to Kurt Signetti. He looks like they're. I mean, he looks at the camera. He looks like they're like down 30, and I just
Yeah.
love the dog and Signetti, man. Like I when you have a guy like that with Mendoza taking the shots he's taken, I just don't see them losing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I will say this: I think Signetti and Mendoza are like the perfect duo. Like Mendoza, the most humble guy we've seen it, the most humble superstar we've seen, not only in just college football, but in in the whole sports world in a long time. And Signetti, which like I'm gonna call it spade a spade here. He's cocky and he pushes the confidence into it's like a well-oiled machine. Signetti pushes the cockiness and confidence in Mendoza and he rolls it out. It's like it's just humble greatness. And it's really enjoying to watch. But yeah.
Indiana is obviously a great story. So yeah, I want to get into this Indiana versus 2019 LSU debate because I feel like you have all these SEC homers that, now that Indiana kicked Bama around, they have to accept that Indiana is one of the best teams we've ever seen play the game. But then when you start getting into 29 LSU territory, it gets to be, whoa, all right, chill out. But I mean, I don't know how you can watch that Oregon game and watch that Bama game and watch them what they've done all season, that win at home against Illinois, and just be like, man, this team isn't in that category because what they've done has been pretty impressive all year. So yeah, Keith, you want to give your thoughts on that?
I'm gonna give my thoughts and I'm gonna make my own box and I'm gonna mark it in. 0-1 Miami trumps both of them. And
Yeah,
that's just a fact. Like I don't know if this is like the GOAT debate of college football teams, but like if we are having that talk, I went down the rabbit hole of it last night. 0-1 Miami is absolutely loaded and trumps both of them. And if you guys got anything else to say, I will roll down that roster. 33 draft picks from the 0-1 Miami Hurricanes roster. 33.
yeah, that's nuts.
Clinton Portis was the fullback for that team because they had Willis McGahee and Frank Gore. So like, oh, what do we do with Portis? Meh, fullback. Like that team is nasty.
Yeah,
But no, if I did have to pick between the two, I would go LSU though. It takes a certain kind of secondary to stop a guy like Jamar and to stop a guy like Jay Jettas. Um, I mean, Burrow, 19 LSU Burrow is one of the best college football quarterbacks ever.
oh for sure. Yeah,
No doubt about it. So when you have two like big dog, get me the ball receivers with a guy like that throwing to him, no offense to Indiana. I know I just kind of blew smoke up the rear end just now, but like it's on a whole different level of just superstardom that they have. And that was back. LSU had Stingley. They were still DBU back then, so it's not like they're just a one trick pony on offense. They had great DBs. Stingley, I'm forgetting another guy. If you say his name, I'll feel like an idiot. But they had another really good DB that was there too. And I think LSU wins that by two or three scores, honestly.
I would obviously disagree, but Layman, what's your thoughts on this? And then we'll probably wrap it up.
I mean, give me LSU, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, like the top two pass catchers in the league right now. And on top of that, they got Patrick Queen, Stengely. I mean, that team is loaded,
Yeah.
loaded.
I mean, you got Indiana, you got like Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper, Becker, all those guys are playing. And obviously, you got Mendoza, and that offensive line's elite. Probably the runner up for the Joe Moore. And then you also got D'Angelo Pons, who we know is undersized, but we saw what he did against Ohio State and elite talent like that. So obviously, you can have a lot of potential in the secondary, even if you are a little undersized. But yeah,
Grant
I get what you guys are saying. Go ahead.
Grant Delpit was the name I was forgetting.
Okay.
Cleveland
Yeah.
Browns legend Grant Delpit. But But no, I don't know. I think if you guys couldn't tell based off our podcast here, I'm a believer in star power and superpower, and you can't out star power those three guys we just named. And they had Edwards-Helaire too, which like
Yeah.
yeah, mediocre NFL running back, but like college football, more than enough to establish a run game, and obviously known for catching passes out of the backfield. It's like if it, if you want to fake a deep shot to Jamar, screen pass to Edwards-Helaire, and you'll pick up a decent chunk of yardage. But
If you just look at Joe Burrow's stats from college, like I was looking at like 60 touchdown passes, 5,600 yards. Like dude was averaging 400 yards a game. Like
yeah,
that's
to
absurd.
me, the best matchup in all this, Coach O versus Signetti. I those are probably two of my favorite football because Coach O, he was there in 19, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, love that guy so much. I miss him in college football, man. Post game pressers with Coach O does not get much better. Now, granted, did he know what he was talking about? Probably not. But was it still hilarious to watch? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good
but
point. Yeah. All right, are we good to wrap it up here?
fine by me.
It's good.
All right. Great conversation. We're definitely gonna post this. Good episode, boys. We'll be back. Connor Drake, Will Lehman, and guest Cooper Keach. We'll see you guys next time.